Jeff. Last name's, that's my first name. Allen is Allen.
Yes, sir. What is your title?
I'm president of the Board of Trustees for Sweetwater ISD.
Gotcha. Okay. So essentially, if we want to talk about what your constituents can expect tomorrow at the school board meeting.
Tomorrow is just our regular meeting for the month. What we're hoping to do is start the process of looking for a superintendent to lead the district forward. Mr. Parker, the interim, we have a lot of confidence in him, and he's come in and given us a lot of stability and comfort. We're really proud to have him here helping us through this. But he's going to start presenting us, helping us find some search firms and things to start moving forward so we can get on that pretty immediately.
So you don't see Mr. Parker, or is it Dr.?
It's Mr. Parker.
Mr. Parker may not potentially be the person that you'll.
I don't, that's not what he came here with the intention of doing. He's served as a superintendent in the past of districts for long tenures, but he's been serving as interim for the last couple years, and he came here with that intentional purpose of being the interim. That was one of the things that we really admired in him, was that ability to come into a difficult situation and kind of calm the waters and lead everyone forward.
Let's talk about those waters. What are some anxieties that you're looking for this new person to assuage?
There's a lot of good things going on in the district right now. We want to see that those continue, some growth in certain places. And there's just uncertainty. That's one of the deals. We want somebody who's going to be able to come in and continue our positive momentum going forward, do the things that Sweetwater does well. It's a very proud community. We're very proud of our schools. We're very proud to be Mustangs. And we want them to recognize that and embrace that. And just create a sense of stability and pride in the district, and to carry forward with some of the things we've done. There's been some difficult decisions made over the last couple of years that have, helped move us forward. And we want to be able to kind of embrace the places where we need to make change, but also embrace the places that we're strong.
What are some of those challenges that you have faced specifically?
We have.
Take a moment. I got it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a good way to say it.
No, you're fine. Ready whenever.
Okay, yeah. Our district and our population has a lot of opportunity in it, and that's where we want to see. We want to see somebody who come in and recognizes that, some things that may from the outside be viewed as challenges are really opportunities to really impact kids, to really change their lives, and not just change their lives like right now, but change them generationally. It's something that we really have to get a hold on of our community, as our community has really changed over the last 10, 15, 20 years. It's just a different place than it may have been, but we want the kids here to have those same opportunities as always had, and we want somebody to come in and be able to embrace that and see those kids and see that all the potential that they have, and convey to them the potential that they have so that they can make those changes in their lives and continue growing and moving forward.
For sure. I want to, we can talk about the agreement and what details we can, and stop me when I'm asking the wrong questions. Essentially, you said there's no definitive reason why the former superintendent was officially resigned, and there was an agreement between the district and the former superintendent. But just in terms of the fact that there was an amount of money paid, there had to have been maybe not a definitive reason, but maybe a culmination of reasons.
Well, and I think that the best place is to do it without having to reinvent the wheel or something. When we enter the agreement with Dr. McFarland, there's a specific statement attached to that, which you should be able to get. It talks about the good things that had gone in the district, and that, it just kind of became a mutual understanding that it was time to move on. Dr. McFarland, of course, had a contract that still probably had about 3 years left on it. So as just a practical reality of the situation, that's something that has to occur in order to buy out that contract. That's why money would need to be paid.
Did he ever tell you that he was interested in leaving?
Again, that would go towards the agreement that we have, and the statement in there. It kind of explains that the best.
But you felt all as a board that it was, when you say time to move on, does that mean there wasn't maybe an internal, there wasn't a lot of prosperity internally? Was there?
Again, that statement probably encapsulates the feeling of the board. As an individual, I can't really speak to it because as a board, we act as a body. And so that statement is a statement of the board. And I'd hesitate to go beyond that because it encapsulates the feeling of the board through that statement.
Yeah. I guess, just in the time that, how much time was Dr. McFarland?
He came in June of 2017.
Okay, so it had been a couple of years that he had been here. So it was a 5-year contract.
He originally came on a 3-year contract, and then it was a 4-year contract, and it had been renewed.
Okay. But did y'all feel any? Were there any? I guess there weren't as many hesitancies, or nobody felt as anxious about this relationship as they did before, because otherwise you wouldn't have re-signed him, correct? Did that develop over time?
Again, I hate to be evasive, and that's not the intent. But when we made the public statement attached to the voluntary resignation agreement, we did that so that everyone could speak with one voice, and that's why we need to kind of stick to it.
Yeah.
And so, again, I don't mean to sound evasive, but that is the statement of the board, and that kind of answers those questions.
What was kind of the response once this agreement was released by the community, specifically the taxpayers?
It's mixed. And I think you can listen to the meeting that we were there and tell. I think there was a good representation there of the feeling of the community. It's mixed. It's a difficult situation. We're dealing with people, and I have a lot of respect for Dr. McFarland, and the community has respect for Dr. McFarland. And so it's a hard thing to do. And I think the community recognizes that. Like I said before, it's a very proud community. People are proud of Sweetwater, proud to live in Sweetwater and be from Sweetwater, and proud of Sweetwater schools. So any change is difficult. People recognize that community, I guess. And when there's a change in that community, and that there's some hurt in that community, it's gonna ripple a little bit. But we have a lot of, I can speak for myself. I have a lot of confidence in this community. That's why I'm here. That's why my kids go to school here. And I have confidence in this community to overcome that, to come together and move forward, just as it has so many times in the past.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's.
Who are you looking, not who, but what are you looking for in a new superintendent?
That's something that we're going to have to decide, obviously, here in the next couple months. I can speak for myself personally. Personally, I want somebody who views Sweetwater not as a challenging place to be, but a place full of opportunity, a place to where you can really impact the lives of the kids, where you can make, like I said, a generational impact on families here. I want somebody who embraces the spirit of this community, who recognizes its diversity, who recognizes, the strength inherent in that, and recognizes that pride that we have in our schools, that it reflects a deeper-seated pride in the community. And somebody who's, going to pick up the ball and continue carrying it forward. Like I said earlier, continue the things that we've done well in the past and continue to do those wells, but not be afraid to speak up when we're not doing something well. Because I know there's things that we're not doing as well as we could do them. And we want to hear those outside voices and be willing to listen and fix those.
I have one more question, but I'm just trying to see how I want to phrase it. What were you most concerned about for the future? I know it's speaking in seeing perspective in 2020, but what were you most worried about for the future when all of these issues arose with Dr. McFarland? And what was your biggest concern, I suppose?
And I don't know that there are any issues that arose with Dr. McFarland. Like I said, I have a lot of respect for Dr. McFarland, and I don't think any issues arose with Dr. McFarland. If there's any, let's see that. I don't have any issues with Dr. McFarland. So there's nothing that I was worried about with him.
Gotcha. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I mean, other than that, we're excited about the future. We have a lot of confidence in our administrators and our teachers here. We're proud to have everyone here, and we appreciate the trust the community puts in our schools, and we value that. We really value that very highly. I want the people who live in this community to know that as much pride as they have in Sweetwater, we have the same thing, and we believe in them, and we believe in our administrators, and we believe in our teachers. Like I said, I've got 3 of my kids here. If I didn't believe that with all my heart, they wouldn't be here. And I trust everyone in this district, teachers, principals. I really do.